Hey everybody, it's the Clockwinder on Clockwork Jalopy, and today I'm going to be comparing two of my favorite documentaries on the Second World War. Because apparently the human race is so stupid that we didn't stop with one, we did two world wars. Um, the first one was just, a warm-up for the second pay-per-view event. Anyway, the first documentary was done back in the early 50s called Victory at Sea. Victory at Sea is very much from the soul kind of thing. It's narrated by Leonard Graves. There are no first-person interviews in Victory at Sea. Victory at Sea is a compilation of actual footage narrated by Graves with the music, the astounding music of Richard Rodgers. That is just breathtaking. It's one of the best scored documentaries I've ever listened to. Um, Victory at Sea is very much. I mean, if you ever wanted to know why we dropped the bomb, again, one thing I always talk about people, judging history from a modern perspective. Um, it really does a job in conjuring up the feelings of why we were at war. Um, it's again not as much scholarly as it is, um, just the feeling of it. I mean, they hung on by their guts is actually a quote from the documentary. Um, it's a great piece of work. And, for what it is. It's a lot of people complained of misused footage, i.e., late war planes showing up in early war segments. But you know what? It's Victory at Sea. That's what it does. The second, and by far my most beloved documentary, is one done by the British called World at War. Nothing says gravitas than having Laurence Olivier narrate a series, and he very much carried it. The episodes are just fantastic. The title theme is an original score, but the rest of the music is all very much from the period. Uh, World at War is white to Victory at Sea's black. It goes out of its way to interview first persons that actually experienced it. Whereas the creators, often stated he went out of his way to interview aides and the likes, he still pulls in people like Albert Speer, von Manteuffel, Mark Clark, General Horrocks, Lord Mountbatten. All these people were still alive at the time the series were made. It just adds to the scholarly approach of the series. Um, One of my favorite episodes concerns Burma, and because it is an English documentary, we actually do get something on a rather fantastic episode on the war in Burma. Uh, Color footage is usually limited to the first-person interviews. However, the episodes on the Pacific War, the American portion of the Pacific War, contain color footage, because apparently, as described in the DVD release of World at War, the creator describes that a lot of the footage from the American Pacific campaigns in 44 and 45 were shot in color. For some reason, not so much in Europe, but in the Pacific, a majority of it was shot in color. So you do get to see that. A fantastic bit of work. The episodes on the Holocaust. They had episodes on home life in Germany and Britain, Russia and America. It was just an amazing piece of work. I can't recommend it enough. Both of the series, if you happen to have a week of your life and nothing to do, perhaps you're lying in a bed in a hospital. Uh, I'd give them a watch just because if you're a history nut, it very much set the tone of what it was like. At least Victory at Sea, it really sets the tone of the feelings of the 1940s in America. just with the narration and the music. It really shows you, especially Victory at Sea did an awesome job of showing you just how much stuff the United States could produce. We might not have been the best soldiers in the world in 1941, but oh my God, we could produce like islands of stuff. At the end of the war, when we had 30 aircraft carriers sitting in Tokyo Bay, it was just like puh. F with us. You mess with the mole, you get the horns, sort of thing. And World at War, just as a scholarly look at the Second World War, is just fantastic. So this is the Clockwinder with Clockwork Jalopy, recommending both Victory at Sea and World at War for those people that have weeks on end to spend. Again, this is Clockwinder. Have a great day.